Since starting my fitness journey about 10 years ago, I've been very open on the internet about everything. I've talked about how I feel now, how I felt then, how I got here, where I was. I've been very open with y'all. I've recorded myself working out. I do all the things. And I love that I've done that because I love looking back on my journey because I can clearly see that I've hit certain goals that I've wanted to hit. But while I can acknowledge that I see a difference in the pictures and in the videos, sometimes it's been hard to see it in real life. And I think that when you're open on the internet, people think that you have it all together because you're somehow helping them. But we're still human too, even though we record our fitness journeys, and we still feel some of the same things that y'all do. And when I say we, I just mean that people who record their fitness journeys for the world. Just like sometimes you may look in the mirror and be like, dang, I don't look my best today, or my stomach looks big, my arms look huge. Other people also deal with that, other people being me. And something that I'm noticing is we always feel like we looked better before. Even if you think that you're getting finer by the day, I feel like if you look at an old photo, you'll be like, oh wow, I was so skinny there, my skin was so clear. I was watching a video from 3 years ago, a YouTube video of myself, and I was like, oh my God, my skin was so clear. Not that my skin is not seeming clear now. I was just like, damn, my skin was really clear. So I say all of this to say we always see the past versions of ourselves as wow, this person was just so amazing. And that's something that I want you to keep in the back of your mind while you watch or listen to this video, because I was looking at photos, not recently, but I was looking at a photo some time ago, and it was of when I had started my fitness journey, and I was 16 at the time. And I was like, oh my goodness, I was so skinny. I don't even want to ever be that skinny again. But I was just I was so slim. But I remember exactly when I took the photo, I was like, I look huge in this photo. And I had lost so much weight at the time. I couldn't have been more than 130 pounds, and right now I'm girl, I don't know how much I am. I don't have a scale, but I imagine that I'm between the 170s and the 180s. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but I was just wow, I was so small in that photo, and I thought that I was so big. I remember feeling so self-conscious about the photo, and I wish I had the photo. I don't know where it is. Maybe I'll insert it if I find it, but I was so small, even sickly looking, I would say, especially for my frame and my body type, even looking sick. But I thought that I was so big, and it just proved to me that in the moment, we always feel we're not our best. And when you finally look back on yourself, in that moment, you're wow, I was amazing. My body did look good. My skin was clear. I wasn't that person that I was trying to make myself into or make myself out to be. I wasn't the fat, ugly, whatever you're saying to yourself in this moment, you actually weren't that. And I definitely feel that pressure can come from so many places. Y'all know how I feel about social media. I love it because I use it, as my job. But the negative effects that social media has on the collective is it's really insane. But it's not even just social media. It's just pressure from everywhere. It can be the television. It can just be commercials. It can really be anything. I feel social media had a small part, but I really think it was my career that puts this pressure on me because I am a personal trainer. If you're new to my channel, my name is Romani. I'm the owner of Glow with Throw Fitness, personal training, and yoga. I'm going to leave everything in the description box and the comments. I offer workout plans and meal plans and all that stuff, and you can use the code YouTube for some money off. But I definitely feel the pressure to just be on as a personal trainer, as a yoga instructor, and just to have this amazing body sometimes put me in a place where I felt I wasn't good enough, because obviously people are expecting personal trainers to look a certain way. Well, this is what I'm telling myself. People are expecting me to look a certain way, even if nobody has ever said that. I just assume that people are expecting me to look a certain way, and I feel I don't fall into that category. Right now, I feel I am fine. I'm not really talking about myself right now because I don't really struggle with body dysmorphia anymore. It really, for the past few months, like for the past 5 or 6 months, I've been fine. But I'm just talking about everything before that. So I felt like I had to fit into this mold, and I felt like I wasn't doing that. I was either too small or too big. I didn't have the muscles. I couldn't lift weights. Like, I just felt like I was not who I needed to be, and it made me look at myself like I was less than. And keep in mind, I just turned 25 last week, so my body has literally just been changing. Like, I'm becoming an adult. So from like literally when I started my fitness journey in my teens up until now, my body is just going through the motions. But in my head, I'm thinking like I'm just not good enough. But I have to say that this is the most confident and just like okay and content with myself that I've been. I know that I've been on my fitness journey, and like I'm sure you may have seen like photos from years ago, like of like me in a bikini. And even though I'm sure I felt confident in those moments, there was always something wrong with the photo. Either I felt like my stomach was maybe a little bit too wide, or my legs, or my arms. Like my arms have really been like such a sensitive point for me. I've always felt like I had super huge arms. Like, so even if I posted something like years ago, I would still like nitpick. But I feel like today I am like the most confident that I've been. And I talked about this in a few recent videos. I really love myself. Like, I love everything about myself. I truly have no complaints. I don't know if that's because I got my body to where I wanted it to be, or I just stopped being so hard on myself. But whatever it is, I'm grateful for it, and I'm gonna teach you how to get there too. Side note, after you watch this video, if you have Hulu, go watch the movie I Feel Pretty. I'm not going to like spoil the movie if you haven't seen it, but I mean, I guess I am. It's basically about this girl who thinks that she looks a certain way. Like, she thinks that she looks bad. And she basically like has this accident. She wakes up and she thinks she's like the most beautiful girl in the world. She literally looks the exact same. Nothing happened. But she thinks that she looks so beautiful. And watching that movie, I want to say I watched it maybe 5 or 6 months ago when I stopped really experiencing body dysmorphia. Watching that movie really helped me see that, like, it might sound cliche, I don't care. It's really a mindset thing. Beauty is really in the eye of the beholder. Like, how you see yourself is what is going to manifest in your life. But now that we got that out the way, let's get into the tips. My first tip is for you to take a break from social media, or if you feel like taking a break from social media is like too much for you, start following people who have your body frame and your natural build. I always say like take a step back from social media, because right now you're in like a comparison mode. And even if you don't think that you're consciously comparing yourself to people, seeing yourself and then seeing people on your phone, you're gonna think something. You're either gonna think, oh my God, this girl looks so good. Oh my God, this girl looks so bad. But like either way, if you have body dysmorphia and like you're experiencing that, you're gonna pit yourself up against somebody else. And taking a step back from social media kind of like mitigates that, because you're not looking at anybody. You don't know what anybody is doing. You are not watching anybody's like everyday life. You don't know how their body looks because you're not on social media. You're just experiencing your everyday life and you're pouring into yourself. But like I said, if taking a break from social media is like too much for you, just follow people who look similar to you. This is going to stop you from trying to be something you're not, essentially. Like, it's always okay to want to improve, and I understand that. Like, so maybe you're following people that you want to look like, but right now follow people with your build so that you can find the beauty in that and you can see like the normality in that. Because right now I feel like you may think that it's not normal to look this way. Nobody else looks this way, so I need to be something different. But like, no, there are people who look just like you and they find the beauty in themselves every single day. And when you follow them, you can also find the beauty in that body shape, that arm shape. Like, you know what I mean? My second tip is mirror work, and this can be a few different things. So we'll start off with finding something good about yourself, but saying it to yourself in the mirror. So when I noticed that like I was struggling, like I was at the peak of struggling with body dysmorphia, I would look in the mirror and I wouldn't like, do too much, because like I know I look good, but like I would find like little things. So I might be like this eye is bigger than the other, or like, oh, I wish my arms would, be smaller. And I was just like, dang, like you're pointing out a lot of negative things about yourself. And then I had to think about it, and I'm like, just being on social media, I talk to a lot of people. So many people give me compliments. I was like, you need to start seeing yourself through their eyes, because obviously you're not seeing something correctly. And so when I would look in the mirror, I had to find 3 things that I really liked about myself. And it may take some time if you are like really struggling with body dysmorphia, but you could look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I really like how my belly looks today, or I like that I even have a belly because it's able to hold food for me throughout the day. Or like if you have a round face and you don't really like your round face, you can say, I love my big cheekbones because when I smile, it just accentuates my smile and it looks amazing. They make me look so beautiful. They make me look so happy because they're so big and bright. Your 3rd thing might be, I love my legs. I'm so glad that I have 2 legs because I'm able to get to where I need to go. And again, this may sound cliche, but the more that you start to do it, you'll really start to feel this way about yourself. And don't just be surface level, like, oh, I like my arms, I like my legs. Like really say why you like these things about yourself so that you can start to understand why you should like these things. You should like your legs because your legs get you from point A to point B. You should like your arms. You should like everything about yourself. Another thing that you can do as far as mirror work is affirmations. So you can write down 5 affirmations about things that you don't really like about your body, and you can kind of reframe it. So let's say, like I said, you don't like certain things about yourself. You write down 5 affirmations like, I love this about myself. I love this about myself. And you're going to recite these 5 affirmations every day in the mirror. You can do it morning and night or just in the morning, but like at least once a day. So either find something that you like about yourself and say that in the mirror, like, impromptu, or get some affirmations together and say that in the mirror. But either way, you need to be doing mirror work. And when you do mirror work, look at yourself in the eyes. Like don't look around, don't look down, like look at yourself and talk to yourself. My 3rd tip is for you to stop chasing results. So I feel like when we have this like result in mind, we're like, I don't look like this, I need to look like this. Instead of just enjoying the journey, get into the habit of working out and eating healthy and just enjoy the routine rather than enjoying the result. So I do like the results that, I've got this past year, like just, doing different things, but I really like the routine. I love waking up and drinking my water. I love eating my overnight oats and then having my green tea. I love going to walk outside. I love going to the gym. I love doing yoga. Like I truly love doing these things. And so it just feels like a joy to do them. And then the result kind of comes out of me loving that and being consistent in it. So I'm not waking up like, oh my God, I gotta be skinny. I'm waking up like I love doing XYZ, but XYZ helps me look fit. So really fall in love with that everyday process. What do you need to do every day and how can you make it enjoyable? You want it to be enjoyable because you want it to be something that is sustainable, that like you can continue to do, and you're not going to continue doing something that you don't enjoy. My 4th tip for you is to remember what I said at the beginning. In the future, you're always going to look back on this moment and think something amazing about yourself. So why not think that now? So instead of looking at a picture from 3 years ago and being like, oh my God, I had such clear skin. Like, how didn't I notice that? Start noticing the beauty in yourself right now, because 3 years from now, you're going to look back on yourself today and be like, damn, like I actually was skinny, or, I actually did look this way. I can't believe I didn't see it. So start seeing that today and not in 3 years or 5 years. And furthermore, really stop trying to fit into a box. I feel like that's really what I preach on my channel, not fitting into a box or into a mold. You are your own person. The reason that you are experiencing body dysmorphia is because you feel like you are supposed to look a certain way and you're not. This is the body that you're in right now, and that is okay. Society tries to like give us these standards of, what we're supposed to look like. It's BS most of the time. The styles and the trends are always going to be changing. changing. They're changing every single day. I know that y'all see different things happening every single day. You're not going to be able to keep up. And if you are trying to keep up, you're going to run yourself rampant trying to look like something that you're not supposed to be looking like. Half of the people that you're comparing yourself to don't even look like them. I love self-improvement just as much as the next girl. I talk about like my channel is literally geared toward improving yourself. However, let it become, or don't let it become, an unhealthy obsession that you are doing like out of disdain for yourself. We want to improve because we love ourselves and we want to cater to ourselves, not because we hate ourselves and we want to punish ourselves. And a lot of y'all on your fitness journey are doing things because you don't like yourself. You're like, oh, I hate my stomach, so I'm going to do this. I hate this, so I'm going to do this. No, I love myself, so I'm going to do this. I care for myself, so I'm going to do this. Change the language so that you can change your mindset, so that you can change how you view yourself. And again, if you need a step-by-step plan, a workout plan, a meal plan, everything is going to be down below. I see some of y'all on the website using the promo code, so I'm really grateful for you all for supporting my business, because you know, y'all help your girl out tremendously. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments if this helped, or you know, if you have any thoughts about the video, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.